the baseline, no good. It's 5-on-4 here if Granca can push. Here comes Harper back into your screen. They missed Mike Toby as the trailer. Guama here. Guarded by Zuzman. Thomason. Bingo. He was so good in the opening frame. Then he went cold, and that is a dagger. Makes it a 10-point game. Big three from Joe Thomason. Harper, can he respond? No. Shot no good. But on the backboard, Chris Johnson with the stick back. You can see how Hapoel are icing screens on the sideline in particular. In Guama, I think he lost the handle. He did. Johnson with the steal. Harper. I think Harper's appealing for some shooting, and this is something that hopefully we're going to iron out of the game. There is no way that Jared Harper is shooting the basketball here. It's a transition attempt. Palos with the foul. And this is players just trying to game the system a little bit. You can't blame them, but the rules have to catch up with them. They're going to take a look. There's absolutely no way that Jared Harper is shooting. He's only throwing this up because of the contact. This is not a natural shooting position. But the laws of the game, the referees are going to have to interpret here and let us know what they find out. Referees do say that Jared Harper is in the act of shooting, and it's a feature of the game that hopefully in the summertime, EuroLeague and EuroCup, we'll take a look at and try and iron it out of our game, because it's nothing more than the players just taking advantage of how rules are interpreted. Again, coming across half court, Jared Harper is not in a shooting position, but he heard the whistle and he simulated a shot. And he's got three, and as the basketball expression says, the ball doesn't lie. Now that's a guy who could shoot it right there. Kalakovic could flat out shoot it. So he'll know something about when you're making a genuine attempt at shooting and when you're just using the rules of the game. Harper makes 2 of 3. Six points, 2-possession game. It was 12. Can Granca keep their composure? Thomason turns the corner on Toby's screen, runs into a crowd. When does Homesley come back into the game? Here goes Harper. And it's a goaltending call here on Guama. I think Caleb Homesley's got to come back into the game for Coach Lakovic. He's lost his lead. And the lay-in there by Jared Harper makes it a 4-point game. Harper with 17 now. And the ball game back on here. It's just a 2-possession game.
Nico, Mickey, Andrew, Todd, Ed. Let's go. Okay, let's go now. Okay, we are playing one 125. They are following to stay in the blue. Okay, they are following to stay in the blue. So after this, when you see him follow, like I said, keep going. Pepe, here, okay, Nico, and you see 2 guys over here. Okay,
We'll see who Coach Lakovic sends out here. We'll see what instructions he's got for this offense. The measure of a good timeout. Can you come out and execute something? You know, if you don't get a basket, you at least get a good look. We'll see who the 5 are who come out. So Albisi at the point. Brusino, who's the Argentine international. I want to tell you a bit about his career here in a second. What an illustrious career he is. He's got the ball in his hands. He's an adult in the room. Toby finds Albisi, and Albisi threads it. Well, good job by Coach Lakovic. Albisi with his second 3 of the night. He's only 2 for 7. As I said earlier, you'll live with him shooting it, but that's a big one. Carrington rises. The perfect response. Carrington strings it. And the 4-point differential right back. When does Homesley come back into the game for Coach Lakovic? Brusino on the wing. Thomason back to Brusino. Pelos. Yeah, Albisi's going to draw the foul here on Jared Harper. Just his second. That's how smart he is. You know, there's your leading scorer. He knows how to avoid fouls, play defense without fouling. So here we are, under 4 to play in the game, just his second foul. Thomason runs across the Iverson screen, doesn't get it. Albisi lost it. Harper breaks out. Harper! Well, Jared Harper goes and draws the contact. And this you love from Harper. You love your guards going and getting contact when they go to the glass. Such a heady play. Harper goes, gets contact, and earns a trip to the line. The previous possession, Carrington bangs home a 3, makes it a 4-point game, and then Albisi turns it over. So the foul on Pierre Pelos. That's his second. He'll exit. Scherner comes back in. So you've got a big lineup here with Brusino, Scherner, Toby, and then Albisi and Homesley in your backcourt. I think Homesley should have come back earlier. But Lakovic has already won a EuroCup championship with this club. Remember, 7 players on Gran Canaria are EuroCup champions. To include Albisi, Brusino, Scherner. Toby won it with Valencia. They're all on the floor right now. No surprise. Go to your veterans. And what a good steal here from Smith. Albisi almost picked it right back. Justin Smith, another great steal. That is his 5th steal. And then he commits a mental error. You can see his shoulders slumped. He knows it. You can see the body language of Smith. He did a great job stealing it, getting his team in possession. He has got, let me say it again, 5 steals. That's phenomenal. Every possession so big now. It's a 1-possession game. Ken Branca making a 2-possession game. Toby, top of the key. Brusino directing traffic. You've got long bodies in Brusino, Toby, and Scherner. Homesley, tough shot, won't go. He's looking for contact, it's not coming. Referee swallowing the whistle. Here's Carrington. So Harper getting the break. And Brusino again, make sure it doesn't go. Jared Harper getting a much deserved break. He's right back in the scorer's table, ready to come in. Just over 2 minutes to play. This is the knockout quarterfinal stage, 23rd edition of the BKT EuroCup. Gran Canaria have led by 12. Homesley keeping the ball in his hands. No pass offense. Bingo! Canasta! Caleb Homesley with a massive three here. Right in front of the Hapoel Jerusalem bench. He's bottled up. Homesley's got 3 red jerseys around him. Looks at the shot clock, rises for the 3 and bangs it home. I tell you what character from Caleb Homesley. I've been singing for him to come back in the game sooner. Finally, Coach Lakovich puts him in, and he shows his merit. Homesley with a huge 3 to make it a 5-point game with less than 2 to play. He's got 17. That offense was going nowhere. And Homesley says, don't worry, fellas, get on my back. Now, speaking of don't worry, get on my back, here's Jared Harper back on for Hapoel Jerusalem. Finds space, bangs home with 3. I tell you what, he comes right off the bench, right to the scorer's table. That makes it a 2-point game. Harper, 24 points, he's above his average. Toby, tough pass in traffic. And you can see Johnson with a smile there. I think Johnson thinks there's a lot of leather. See, can we see it here from this angle? Yeah, it's hard to know, but anytime you bring your arm down in a downward action, you are inviting a call from the referee. You want to go, it's hard, but where you can, you want to go up from underneath the ball. Referees can't see it. And so Toby to the strike. Mike Toby, 4 for 5 from the stripe tonight. Makes them both. He's been an 89% free throw shooter this season. Those are huge. 4 points the difference. Harper. Zuzman, the captain, spins. Nice pass. Good finish inside. Great feed from Zuzman. Justin Smith with a jump hook. It's a 2-point game. We'll get on the edge of your seat right now. I'll do the same. This game very much in the balance. Little dribble weave here. Homesley in space. Off the window. Old school. Got it! And one to come. Well, Caleb Homesley has been nothing short of sensational in this one. Watch this. He's going to go. Little floater off the glass. An obvious foul against Johnson. Let's hope Homesley's okay. Yeah, Homesley's having a word with Johnson. I think, you know, Homesley feels like this foul from Johnson, and are the referees going to take a look at it? They are. Well, this could be your decider right here. If this is an unsportsmanlike foul, this is going to be a huge turning point. So Homesley goes to the basket, and he puts up a floater. It's going to go off the glass. And Johnson, instead of getting out of the way or contesting, turns his back as if he's trying to box out Homesley, but doesn't allow Homesley to come down. We'll see what the referees think about this. I think reading lips, it looks like it's going to be a normal foul, but I'd like to see this again. It's a normal foul according to the referees. I don't think there's any attempt to play the basketball here. I think Caleb Homesley's quite right to take exception. And I think Chris Johnson can breathe a sigh of relief. He's very lucky. Johnson's going to come out. That's his 4th foul. Now Homesley, who's a bid to be tonight's player of the game, no doubt. 19 points for Caleb Homesley. Missed it. Homesley in his second EuroCup season, previously with Hamburg Towers. Harper wants the high ball screen. Inside a minute to play. 4 points the difference. Zuzman, the captain, moves it on. And Scherner commits the foul. And this is exactly what you don't want to do. Now, Scherner is an extremely intelligent basketball player, but he closes out too hard. And the foul stops the clock. And it sends Morgan to the line. Well, you can understand the hard closeout from Scherner because Morgan's made 2 of 2 attempts from behind the arc, so you understand why Scherner closes out. But if you're Granca, you want that clock ticking. Morgan. Tell you what, you got a little love there from the rim. Morgan this season, 77% free throw shooter. That one's money. So now it's 2 points. How do you manage the clock here if you're Gran Canaria? Do you go deep in the shot clock here, or do you want to get something quick to give yourself a chance to win it? We'll see how they manage the clock. Brasino guarded closely, needs help. Toby flashes. High, hard defense here from Hapoel. Homesley kicks, extra pass. LBC, this will win it if it goes. It's off the mark, and Mike Toby. No, it's Brasino with an offensive rebound. Nicholas Brasino with an offensive rebound. And a foul to come. Brasino gets to the rack. And I tell you what, here's the little thing right here. We saw earlier that Gran Canaria had a decided advantage on the board. Brasino comes in, no body on him, elevates, and gets the rebound. And Nicholas Brasino, 2 offensive rebounds tonight. Now, what a career Brasino has had. He's an Argentine international, a silver medal winner in the World Cup in 2019, a gold medal winner in the Americas in 2022, and he bangs home both free throws to make it a 4-point game. Well, Nicola Brasino with a huge offensive rebound and 2 massive free throws that very well may seal this victory for Gran Canaria. Coach Alon takes a timeout. We'll see now, does he advance it into his front court? I would have thought he would. There's no advantage to take it in your back court. 17 seconds left on the game clock. Look at that, both teams above 20 assists. Shows you how well this game has been played. Unfortunately, Gran Canaria have got 15 turnovers. Hapoel just 11. There you go, right on cue. Now remember, both teams are in the penalty here, so if you're Gran Canaria, you want to come out and defend whatever's coming your way and don't foul. You do not want to stop the clock. The clock is your ally. If you're Hapoel, you need 2 scores. So if you can get a quick 2, you take it. If you can get a 3, that's probably preferable, but you take a quick 2 if you can get it. So they'll advance the ball into their front court. Neither team has a foul to give. And Gran Canaria, who played straight, eyeball to eyeball, man-to-man, player-to-player defense all night, will look to do the same. They're plus 12 in the rebounding battle. Harper in space. Harper with a wide open three. It won't go. Carrington with a three. He gets it. It's a 1-point game now. Hapoel Jerusalem extends some pressure up the floor. LBC to Homesley. And the foul. Well, really good execution of a press offense. So Homesley brings it in and he gets it right back. We'll see if we can see this again, but it's textbook against the press. Watch this. Here's the three from Carrington, who rises top of the key. But Gran Canaria execute their press offense to perfection. Caleb Homesley. He needs to make two to make sure that Hapoel can only draw level. There's one. 2-point game. This to make it a 3-point game. Now the question is, if you're Gran Canaria, do you foul an inbounder or do you just defend? He makes both. It's a 3-point game. We've got subs coming in now. So in comes Nguama, quick defender. Hapoel Jerusalem need a three to send this game to overtime to keep their dream alive of getting to the semifinals. Here's Carrington. Carrington, he'll let it fly. It's off the mark, and Gran Canaria have come to Belgrade. Gran Canaria have come and won this quarterfinal knockout game against an extremely well-organized Hapoel Jerusalem team who've had a difficult season playing on the road here in Belgrade, as the players and coaches meet at midcourt and commend each other on what has been, honestly, it's been a thoroughly entertaining game of basketball. Close throughout,